Okay, control of particulate matter in industries. So here our concern is how to control the air pollutants. Okay, at source itself. So we have some techniques. The particulate pollutants. Can be, controlled at source itself. At source with the help of following equipment or devices. Okay. Or devices. Number one, gravitational settling chambers. Number two, centrifugal collectors. Including cyclones, and dynamic precipitators. Number three, wet scrubbers. Wet scrubbers including spray towers, wet cyclone, wet cyclone scrubbers, and venturi scrubbers. Number four, electrostatic precipitators. Number five, fabric filters. See, these are the five different devices actually works on different principles. Okay. So if you see gravitational settling chambers, here principle is the particles can be, made it settle. So that means gravitation force is useful here. Gravitational force. It's like our sedimentation tank. Okay. In sedimentation tank, particles settle down, right? Based on Stokes law. Here also similar principle. So if velocity of the gas is reduced sufficiently, then because of that settling velocity of particles, the particles settle down and that can be removed. Okay, those particles can be removed. Okay, this works on gravitational force. Second one, centrifugal collectors, cyclones or dynamic precipitators. Here the principle is actually inertia. Okay, inertia force. That means the gas direction, the air direction is just by changing the direction of that one, because of inertia the particles moves in original direction and those particles will be trapped. So inertia force is here main collecting force here. That means separation of particles and the airstream can be done by this force, actually inertia force in centrifugal collectors. And third one, wet scrubbers means here basically, of course, here cyclone scrubbers also there. So here basically interaction with liquid. Okay, interaction of particulate matter with liquid like water, and of course and inertial force also. inertia force. Okay. So because wet scrubber means here the water spray will be there. So the water will be, I mean, trapped these particles along with the inertia force, cyclones. Okay, cyclones are there. Then the cyclonic principles also works actually. Apart from that, the liquid traps that particles. Then here electrostatic precipitator, electric force is main force here. Electric force. So actually here the particles will be charged, and those, I mean, the charged particles will be attracted towards an opposite charged electrode. So then there the particles will be neutralized and particles will be separated. So electric force is here main force causing that separation. Okay. Fabric filter is here mechanical straining, staining or staining. Strainer or mechanical straining principle. Okay. That means the, I mean, the pores of the bag will be smaller than the, of course, the particle size. Obviously the particles will be trapped. Okay, so the gas, I mean, moves away from the bag and the particles will be trapped in the bag itself. So these are the 5 different principles. So just you see the figures of this, I mean, devices. See, this is the gravitational settling chamber. You can see here raw gas is entering. Can you see, Madhu?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The raw gas is entering one side and clean gas is going out other side, right side. Okay. So what is happening inside means you can see the chamber of length L and height H. Okay. We will derive some formula also for this. So length L, height H, the whatever the actually the raw gas consisting of particles you can see there, the particles will be settled here in collecting hoppers. Okay. In collection hoppers. I mean, bigger particles are starting and smaller particles are ending. So next, I mean, next chamber. So the particles will be settled here and clean gas goes into this, I mean, outlet. Okay. This is about gravitational settling chamber. Then second one, you can see cyclone. Cyclone means here, you can see dirty air inlet. Air is entering here tangentially. Okay. And the actually the air every time it is circulating in the form of helix, right? Helical form. So when it is changing its direction, the gas is changing its direction, the particles, the dust particles hit the wall of the cyclone and it falls. Actually, see here the bottom it is falling, the particles. Then continuously the air is it is rotating number of turns and finally it enters into this central tube. Actually it goes out through the central tube. At top you can see cleaned air outlet. This is actually cyclone. Okay, so the cyclone can be attached with water spray also, then it becomes wet cyclone. Okay, wet cyclone. So then you can see this one. What is this actually? Scrubber, wet scrubber. Okay, wet scrubbers, spray towers kind of thing. Okay, see here spray tower. Water is spraying here, so flue gas is going up actually. So the particles will be trapped with water and finally clean gas will go out. This is the wet scrubbing principle here, the trapping up the particles with the water. Then electrostatic precipitator, you see, electrostatic precipitator. See, ionization. Some ionization means the particles will be ionized, chargeable. Okay, the particles get charged because of high, I mean, high voltage difference will be there. So that some ionization, some equipment will be there. So here, see here, airflow carries in grease particles. Okay, so grease particles attracts negative plates. Ionization is there before that actually. See, the some electrodes are there here, vertical tube kind of things. Okay, electrodes. These are, see here, uncharged grease particles, ionized grease particles, ionized and adherent grease particles, corona discharge. Some corona discharge here. The positive charges are there, no? So the particles get charged here then passing in between of these plates, actually passing in between of these plates, the particles are attaching to this gray color plate. You can see here, red color plate is positive charged plate, a gray color plate is negatively charged plate. The particles are attracting towards this negatively charged plate, so clean gas will be got. Then what happens here, the particle charge will be neutralized, and finally that can be, those particles can be removed finally from the plate. Okay, so here the stages are like this. Before entering into the plate zone, the particles will get charged here with corona. Okay, corona means there a high electrical field will be there. So in that field, actually particles get charged, and the charged particles will be attracted towards this negative electrode of this plate. So we need to design the plate area actually here. Okay, plate area we need to design. So finally that can be removed. So this is actually electrostatic precipitator. Then baghouse filter or fabric filters. So here filter, you can see dirty gas is entering here from the almost here bottom side somewhere here, and top side is closed. Actually top side is closed. So this bag hopper kind of thing, collected solids, okay, will be trapped here. The gas will go out through the surface area of the bag. What is the surface area of the bag means? Pi d is the perimeter of the bag, pi d into height of the bag, pi dh is the surface area. So discharge by surface area, you will get velocity. That velocity will be fixed actually. Otherwise, discharge by surface area, meter cube per second is the discharge, divided by meter square. So discharge by the volume by cloth ratio, cloth area. Okay, cloth area is here pi dh. Okay, so that ratios will be fixed actually for required efficiency. So this filter house, fabric filters also very important in removing of this particulate matter. Okay, so these are the 5 different techniques, works on different forces actually. Okay, understood now? Clear kada Madhu?
Yes, sir.
So gravitational settling chambers, centrifugal collectors including cyclones, dynamic precipitator. Here dynamic precipitator means, so that will be revolving actually, revolving of the plates actually extra efficiency will get. Wet scrubbers, spray towers or wet cyclone scrubbers, and Venturi scrubber. Venturi scrubber means here as the like Venturi meter, here Venturi scrubber, the flow area will be decreased up to the throat. So as flow area decreases, velocity increases, so its efficiency will be increased here because of this Venturi action. Electrostatic precipitator, electric force, fabric filters, mechanical staining. Okay, so one by one we will see. Efficiencies point of view, what size of particles can be removed in this we will see. So by using gravitational settling chambers, the particles, almost the size of the particles can be removed is, minimum size of particles can be removed is more than dia of the particles is more than 50 microns basically. Dia of the particles can be removed is here more than 50 microns. Okay, coming to the centrifugal collectors, its range is about 5 to 25 microns. Here 5 to 25 microns particles can be removed by using centrifugal collectors. Coming to wet scrubbers, almost here different spray tower, by using spray towers almost particle size maybe more than 10 microns. By using wet cyclone scrubbers, the particle size may be more than 2.5 microns. And Venturi, by using Venturi scrubbers, maybe particle size here more than 0.5 microns. These are the order of sizes can be removed. Okay, and electrostatic precipitators, here particle size may be more than 1 micron. Okay, 1 micron size. See, as gradually it is particle size decreasing, right? So very small size particles if you want to remove, So electrostatic precipitators are good actually, up to 1 micron. Suppose some micron, I mean submicron particles like 0.1 micron, 0.2 micron also, if you want to remove dp less than 1 micron also possible in fabric filters. Clear now? Though fabric filter is more efficient for removing smaller size particles. Okay, so this is the order actually. Gravitation settling chambers, very bigger particles, then centrifugal collectors, particle size decreased. Okay, wet scrubbers still decreased. Okay, wet scrubbers, electrostatic respirators up to 1 micron particle size can be removed. Fabric filters actually up to 1 micron or less than micron. So here efficiency also, you see here in fabric filters, efficiency more than 99%. Okay, electrostatic precipitators 95 to 99%. Okay, here this one almost 99% efficiency, 2.5 size micron, it's less than 80% efficiency, it's less than 99. Here the spray towers actually less than 80%, this also efficiency less than 80%. Okay, efficiency. And centrifugal collectors, basically the efficiency is in between of 50 to 90% depending upon the arrangement. Okay, and this one gravity settling chambers efficiency less than 50%. So these are the efficiencies. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll see in detailed manner in some certain things like gravitation settling chambers, electrostatic respirators, and fabric filters. Basically, because we may expect questions from these actually. Settling chambers are ESPs are fabric filters. So we will see in detail of this. The principle, you know, what is the centrifugal collector principle and our wet scrubber. So gravitation settling chambers we will see in detail, and one problem also we'll do. Chambers. See here like this, it is like this. So raw gas entering here, clean gas going here. Okay, the sizes of this L, and the chamber height, let us assume it is H. You know, Stokes law, you know, settling velocity formula, you know, from this one, sedimentation tank principle. What was that actually? G by 18, G minus 1, D square by nu, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this from the same formula we get, formula required for this actually, that one. Vs equal to G by 18, G minus 1, D square by dynamic viscosity by density of water. We used this formula, right? So that means that which is equal to, taking that rho W there, G by 18, rho W into G, rho of the particles, okay, minus rho W into D square by mu. This is the formula used in case of water. Particle settling in water. Settling velocity of particles in water, right? Now, settling velocity of particles in air. Settling velocity of particles in air. So what modifications we need to do for air actually? G, gravitation same, 18. So rho of particles same. That means particles density minus, instead of density of water, here we need to take density of air. Okay. D square by mu. Here mu is viscosity of air actually. Okay. Viscosity, dynamic viscosity of air. D is the particle size, dp. Particle diameter. Okay. Particle diameter. Rho is the particle density. So rho p equal to, everything is SI in it. Okay. Particle density. dp is particle dia. Mu is dynamic viscosity of air. And you know, surface overflow rate we have, we have one factor actually, that is surface overflow rate, or you know, Vs by, okay, what is, okay, Vs must be more than or equal to V naught, surface overflow rate, right, in sedimentation tank. So what is V naught actually? Discharge by plan area,
Yes, sir.
yeah, which is equal to discharge by B into L, discharge by B into L, right? Okay, that equal to, what is discharge? B into H into horizontal velocity is the Q. Q is BH into VH. B into capital H is the cross sectional area into horizontal velocity divided by B into L. BB cancel. So Vs must be greater than or equal to, what is that? VH into H by L, right? Is it okay? VH into H by L. That means the particles minimum settling velocity required is Vs minimum required equal to horizontal velocity into H by L. Is it okay? That means G by 18 particle density minus air density into dp square by mu must be equal to Vh into H by L, horizontal velocity into H by L. Okay. If it is rectangular chamber, if it is circular chamber, then accordingly you can, Vh, how can you find Vh means? So same thing, Vh is actually discharged by cross sectional area. Vh is here discharged by, Vh equal to flow discharged by cross sectional area, right? So based on this formula, you can work out the minimum dp, size of the particle can be removed. Understood, no? Yes.
Yes.
So you can use this formula. So note down on problem. Yeah. Calculate the minimum size of the particle. Minimum size of the particle that will be removed with 100% efficiency. from a settling chamber under following conditions. Air, horizontal velocity is 0.3 meters per second. Then viscosity of air. Viscosity of air is 2.1 into 10 power minus 5 kg by meter second. Then particles. Specific gravity is 2. That means what is the density? Density 2000, right? Okay, 2000 kg per meter cube. Okay. Chamber. Length is 7.5 meter and height is 1.5 meter. This is the question. Okay. So now we can work out. See, 100% efficiency means, you know, V naught equal to Vs equal to V naught. If it is 90% efficiency, then what should be done? Vs equal to efficiency times of V naught, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that can be done. Okay. If it is 90%, accordingly you can use the formula. 100% means Vs equal to V naught. Vs formula G by 18, density of particles minus density of air into dp square by mu. Okay, equal to horizontal V naught means, okay, so horizontal velocity we need to find. So V naught, from the V naught you can find horizontal velocity here, Vh into, yeah, what was that? Q by A, that is Vh into h by L. Should know that. Okay, understood now what is V naught and Vh? How to relate that? Clear kada? V naught is nothing but surface overflow rate kind of thing for us. It's a plan area. A means here plan area, B into L. In our sedimentation tank, we have seen all these things. Okay. A means here plan area. Plan area, PL. PL means plan area. Okay. B into L. Okay. That we have seen. So VH into H by L. So just substitute here everything. 9.81 by 18. Density of particles 2000. Okay, because density, specific gravity 2 means density means 2000 minus density of air is around 1.2 kg per meter cube. Can be neglected if you want. Okay, otherwise you can take it. dp square by mu means dynamic viscosity, that is 2.1 into 10 power minus 5 SI unit only. Horizontal velocity is 0.3, h height 1.5, L is 7.5. So what is dp?
3.4 into 10 to the power of minus 5.
3.4. Check it now, answer. dp point 0.3 into 1.5 divided by
Sir, 3.4 into 10 power minus
minus 5 into 18 divided by 9.81 into 1998.8 under root 3.4.
5. Yes, sir. That is in meter. In mm it is 3.4 into 10 power minus 2.
7.1, 1.5, 2. What is that? 2 into 18 into 0.3. 1.5. 0.3 into 1.5. 2 into 10 power minus 5, 18. Yeah, what is the answer? 3.4 into
10 power minus 5 meter.
minus 5 meter. That equal to 34 into 10 power minus 6 micrometers. That equal to, sorry, meters. That equal to 34 microns. 34 microns is the least size, can be removed, right? Theoretically. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. This is about settling chamber, okay? It's similar to our sedimentation tank. Nothing different, okay? Just formula, same formula can be used, but just we have converted into, instead of kinematic viscosity, just we converted into dynamic viscosity, and here instead of rho W, rho A will be there, okay, here. Okay, because that is the fluid is air, that's why. Okay. Next, coming to this electrostatic precipitator. ESP. So we can expect problems based on efficiency formula. Okay, efficiency. Find the efficiency of the electrostatic precipitator. Question may be based on that. Okay. So efficiency is like this. Efficiency of the ESP is 1 minus e power minus a v by q. A v by q. So this is the efficiency. Of course, into 100 if you put efficiency in percent. Efficiency in percent. A equal to area of the collection plates. Area of the collection plate. That gray color plate was there, no? Negative charged one. That's one. That one. Area of the collection plates in meter square. Q equal to flow rate of gas stream. Flow rate of gas stream. See, it is an odd dimensional thing. You can see here. What is Q by A? Q by A is what? Velocity kind of thing, right? Here V equal to here.
Velocity.
Use here some other symbol. I will use here W. W equal to drift velocity of the charged particles. Drift velocity. That means drift velocity means the lateral moment of the particles. Okay. Drift velocity of the charged particles in meters per second. Particles in meters per second. Actually, this drift velocity depends on some constant A into this particle diameter. Okay. So it's a function of field actually. A is the parameter. Parameter has units of second inverse and is a function of charging field. Okay. Comma the carrier gas properties. The carrier gas properties and ability of the particles to accept the ability of the particles to accept an electrical charge. Accept an electrical charge. You know, dp is the size of the particles. Okay. dp size of particles. Diameter of the particles in meters. Dia of particles in meters. So e power 1 minus e power minus a by q into drift velocity. So they may supply you the drift velocity to find this efficiency. So note down the problem on this. An electrostatic precipitator is to be constructed to remove fly ash particles from stack gases flowing at 10 meter cube per second. So the discharge is Q is 10 meter cube per second. Analysis of a similar system shows that the drift velocity can be taken as W equal to 3 into 10 power 5 dp meter per second. Determine the plate area required. plate area required to collect a 0.5 micrometer particles with a 90% efficiency, B 99% efficiency. Okay, this is the question. So you know what is the drift velocity? W equal to 3 into 10 power 5 into particle size is how much? 0.5 micrometers. Okay, so this is per second actually. So finally that will be in meter per second, of course. So 3 into 0.5, 1.5. Is it 0.15 meter per second? That is the drift velocity. So now efficiency is there, drift velocity is there. You can find plate area. So 90%, 90 equal to 1 minus e power minus a. We need to find q, a by q. Q is 10 into drift velocity 0.15 into 100. So this gives us area required, area of plate. Similarly, 99% equal to 1 minus e power minus a by 10 into 0.15 into 100. From this, a equal to how much? Yes, how much?
Sir, first one 153.46 meters square.
150?
3.46.
46 meters square. Okay.
307.01 meters.
0.1 meter square. That is the plate areas required. So questions will be like this. And we got one question in 2016 GATE. See the problem. GATE 2016. An electrostatic precipitator ESP with 5600 meter square of collector plate area. Collector plate area is 96% efficient in treating 185 meter cube per second of flue gas from a 200 megawatts thermal power plant. You know, in thermal power plants, fly ash will be there, right? Fly ash will come out. Actually, we need to collect that fly ash before, I mean,
As
getting into that atmosphere. Yes, okay. Power plants. It was found that in order to achieve 97% efficiency, 97% efficiency, the collector plate area area should be 6100 meter square. In order to increase the efficiency to 99%, the ESP collector plate area expressed in meter square would be dash. See, you should not do linear interpolation or linear extrapolation, right? You should not do that.
Yes, sir.
Why it is not? Why it is? It should not be done. It is not linear. It's an exponential thing. So we cannot interpolate or extrapolate. So for 96%, this much area is required. 97%, this much area is required. So for 99%, how much area is required? We should not do like that. Okay. So obviously, because it is exponential thing. So basically, if you know the formula of this efficiency, we can work out easily. So given data, efficiency equal to, what is that? 1 minus e power minus a by q into drift velocity into 100. So 96%. If you take 1 minus e power minus area 5600 by discharge is 185 into drift velocity, we don't know, into 100. So from this you can work out drift velocity. So from another data also you can work out drift velocity. 97 equal to 1 minus e power minus 5600 by 185 into W into 100. So from this also you can work out drift velocity. If you want, if there is a major difference is there in both, you can take average. Both are same, not a problem. First one how much? Second one, sorry, it is actually how much? 6100, right? Yeah.
0.106.
0.106. Okay, meters per second. Second one.
Same, sir.
0.106 meter per second. So both data giving same result. So nothing to worry. If some difference is there, you can take average. Okay. So knowing that one. So to get 99% efficiency, plate area required 99 equal to 1 minus e power minus a by 185 into W 0.106 into 100. From this area required how much?
$8037.32.
8037. Okay. అంతే వచ్చిందా మధు?
చేస్తున్నా సార్ ఇప్పుడు.
2016 gate bit.
Yes, sir. 8037.02.
02. Okay. 8037 meters square. Okay. So next check with the key sheet. Okay. Key of the IITMs. Okay. This is about electrostatic precipitator. Okay. Next, what is that? Bag hose filter, or what was that? Exact name what we have given? Fabric filters. Okay. Fabric filters. In fabric filters, okay, basically that area, bag area. You know, the principle is like this. Suppose this is the length of the bag and this is the diameter of the bag. Okay. The air goes out like this. Okay. With velocity v. Okay. Of course, that velocity changes. See, initially bag pores may be little bit more. See, as particles stuck inside, the particles will be stuck and forms a cake inside. That actually the velocity decreases. Actually, the velocity decreases. Velocity decreases like this. So this is v1 velocity, here v2 velocity. With respect to time, it may change. With respect to time, it may change. How to get average velocity? If you know the function with time, v is some function of time. Okay. How to get this average velocity? Suppose 0 and capital T, time t. So average velocity can be achieved by integrating this. So taking here a strip like this, area of the strip, that means v dt integral 0 to t. So knowing the area divided by t, that means 1 by t. Because the velocity decreases gradually. Okay, average velocity, if you want to find, you can find like this, average velocity. So average velocity multiplied by what is the surface area? Pi d L equal to discharge. This formula can be used to find the, suppose sometimes they may ask you to find number of bags required. Okay, so this is the discharge capacity of the each bag. So more discharge is there, given discharge divided by discharge of the each bag gives you number of bags. Okay, this is each bag discharge. So number of bags equal to total discharge, total flow divided by discharge of each bag. Okay. So sometimes number of bags given and they may ask you to find, suppose a grid may be like this, the grid of bags. Bag house grid. Okay, this is the grid. Okay, so here 6 by 5, right? 30 like this. Suppose you may get 35 bags. They may ask you to find what is the square grid size required. 6 by 6. Understood? No? 36. So that like that you need to sometimes you need to round it. Okay, the required, I mean the grid size. After fixing the grid size, total number of bags can be estimated. So you should keep all these things in mind. Okay. by fixing the number of bags. So it's very simple. Velocity, average velocity into surface area pi dl, because the gas goes out through the surface area pi dl. So V bar into pi dl is the discharge. Number of bags required equal to total flow divided by each bag discharge. Clear? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see the problem. A fabric filter is to be constructed using bags that are 0.3 meter diameter and 6 meters long. The bag house is receive 10 meter cube per second of air, and the appropriate filtering velocity has been determined to be 2 meters per minute. So average velocity has given directly. Determine the number of bags required for a continuously cleaned operation. See, the shaking mechanism will be there to remove the particles. Okay, so that it's a continuous process. No need to, take extra bags. So it's a continuous process. Whatever number of bags required, that we can adopt. Okay. So here it's very simple. Discharge of each bag, how much? Pi dl into average velocity. Pi into diameter is 0.3, length is 6, velocity is given as 2 meters per minute. 2 meters per minute means 2 minute means 60 seconds, right? Yeah. This is 2 by 60 meters per second. How much it is?
Point 188. 88.
0.188 meter cube per second. So number of bags required. Equal to total 10 meter cube per second, right? 10 meter cube per second, 10 by 0.188 equal to
53.
point.
0.05.
So 0.05 cannot be provided. So it is equal to 54. So if you provide 53, that is insufficient. Okay. If you provide 54, that is correct. So always this kind of problems you should always round to next integer only. Okay. Fraction you cannot put because number of bags. Number cannot be in fraction. That's why. And you can see the previous gate problem. Yeah, 2016 gate. Paper 1, I think. It was decided to construct a fabric filter using bags of 0.45 meter diameter and 7.5 meter long for removing industrial stack gas containing particulates. The expected rate of airflow into the filter is 10 meter cube per second. If the filtering velocity is 2 meters per minute, the minimum number of bags rounded to nearest, see here, nearest higher integer. Understood, no? He is not telling nearest integer, he is telling nearest higher integer required for continuous cleaning operation is option A 27, option B 29, option C 31, option D 32. This is the question, okay? So Q of each bag equal to pi dl into average velocity. So pi into dia 0.45, length 7.5, average velocity 2 by 60 because it's given in minute, okay, per minute, okay, which is equal to
0.314.
314 meter cube per second. So number of bags equal to Q by Q of each. Q is given as 10 divided by 0.314 equal to
31.83. 32.
31.83.
83.
Check it once more. Why it is like that? 0 into 0.45 into 7.5 pi.
సార్ 0.353 వచ్చింది సార్
353.
353 ఎస్ సార్
Okay. Now
28.29 వస్తుంది.
29. So 29 option B. ఎక్కడ పోయిందమ్మా కీర్తి ఎలా?
0.45 దగ్గర 4 వేసాను.
ఓకే ఓకే చాలా మనం ఎగ్జామ్ లో కూడా చాలా మీకు తెలుసో లేదో క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ లో మనం ప్రెస్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఒక డిజిట్ ప్రెస్ అవ్వదు ఒక్కొక్కసారి, తెలుసా మీకు? అది సపోజ్ ఇప్పుడు 5 ప్రెస్ అవ్వకపోయి ఉంటే మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా 32 పెట్టేస్తారు కదమ్మా.
Yes, sir.
సో అందుకే మనము ఎగ్జామ్ లో చాలా కేర్ఫుల్ గా ఎందుకు ఉండాలంటే మనం ప్రెస్ చేసిన డిజిట్ అక్కడ డిస్ప్లే అయిందా లేదా చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. ప్రతిసారి కూడా మీరు ఎన్ని డిజిట్స్ ప్రెస్ చేస్తే అన్ని చెక్ చేసుకోవాలన్నమాట. సాధ్యమైనంత వరకు మాన్యువల్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ పైన డిపెండ్ అవ్వాలి. సపోజ్ హియర్ pi into 0.45 into 7.5 into 2 by 60. Okay, so that is, see, 7.5 into 2 how much? 15. force. So just you need to type pi into 0.45 by 4 like that. As minimum as possible you should type in the calculator. That is very important. Okay, as minimum as possible. Some manual calculations sometimes we need to do. Okay, that is important. One more problem. See, this problem is given in NPTEL PDF. Okay, a bag house is to design to handle 1000 m³ per minute of air. The filtration takes place at contact pressure so that the air velocity through each bag decreases during the time between clearing according to the relation U equal to 1 by 0.267 plus 0.08 T. See, as time increases, U decreases, right? Where U is in meter³ per meter square minute. That means meters per minute. Okay. Of cloth. Meters per minute of cloth, and T is time in minutes. The bags are shaken in sequence, row by row, on a 30-minute cycle. 30-minute cycle. Each bag is 20 centimeter in diameter and 3-meter height. The bag house is to be square in cross section with 30 centimeter spacing between bags and 30 centimeter clearance from the walls. Calculate the number of bags required. Yeah. Calculate the number of bags required. That is the question. So first you need to calculate average area, right? Sorry, average velocity, right? Average velocity formula 1 by t integral 0 to t u dt. T 30 minutes, right? 1 by 30 integral 0 to 30 u 1 by 0.267 plus 0.08 t dt. 1 by 30, it's a log, natural log, ln of 0.267 plus 0.08 t divided by 0.08, limits 0 to 30, equal to how much? Yes. Is it 0.959
Yes, sir.
meters per minute? So discharge of each bag by diameter 0.2, length 3, velocity 0.959. Anyway, meters per minute, because discharge also in meter cube per minute. So discharge of each bag is how much? Hmm.
1.807.
807.
7.
Number of bags required equal to, that is how much, 1000 by 1.807 equal to
553.34.
553.35.
35.
What is your answer? Your answer will be
554.
54.
576. Why? Why it should be 576? The bag has to be square in cross section. Okay, square. Next, perfect square is 576, right? 24 square is how much?
576.
576.
Yeah, that's why. You cannot provide 554. Okay, it must be 576. Okay. So the room size also you can fix actually, because 24 each side, right? How many gaps will be there in between of 24 bags? In between of 24 bags, 23 gaps, right? So suppose this side, so A is the side, A equal to, so 24 gaps, I mean 24 bags, 24 bags of each diameter, each bag diameter 0.2 plus 23 gaps, 23 gaps into that, each back to back gap is 0.3 plus wall gaps, that also 0.3. So 2 wall gaps, 2 into 0.3. Okay. So which is equal to how much? 4.8 7.5. 12.3 na?
Yes, sir, 12 point.
12.3 meters. So 12.3 by 12.3. The square room size required. Room size required is 12.3 by 12.3. So always you should be careful, okay, about this number of bags. What he is asking exactly. So square in cross section, obviously 576 you should provide, okay. Next higher perfect square side, okay. So like this, you can expect some this kind of problems in gate.